Good morning and welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It is October 28th and it's right at first light. Northeast wind this morning, and we are back in that rope scrape plot that we set up earlier in the summer. And one of the things I talk a lot about is how sweat equity in the summer and the off season, you ultimately cash it in this time of the year, but we cashed in some sweat equity this morning too, because we had quite the walk in, and I tell you what, I was warm. The oven was definitely preheated this morning. I was warm on the way in, but we are nestled into this spot, and Alex and I hunted here, I think it was pretty close to a week and a half ago, and we did a morning sit and had a decent hunt, but gosh, you can just see so much more now. This cold, wet temps and the rain have really gotten rid of a lot of the leaf litter on the trees. So it's making a big difference. So I feel confident we're going to see deer this morning. We already had a couple does work out in front of us out in the field. This is a really good transition area. Essentially, we have bedding off to our west and our north, and then we have all the food out to our east. So this is a really good morning set because you can get the edge of the bedding for this pre-rut activity, and then also get the deer going from food transitioning back to bedding. So love this spot. Another high anticipation hunt. Haven't had a lot of morning sits. This is Ty and I's first one together in the tree together, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. Oh, jeez. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Those are the two deer we saw this morning. They've probably just been milling around there the whole time. Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, what was that? That's a buck grunt. I mean, it sounded like it was a long ways away, but...
I mean, if I heard it through this, then I definitely could.
It was just a quick... Whoop. All right, it's right at 9:15 right now. We had a good start to the morning. A nice little flurry of activity there for a while. A handful of does came through, and had a nice 3-year-old come through. He had a really cool curve to his main beam. That was pretty cool. He came in and was messing around with a bush down there for a little while and all fired up. And you can tell he had his nose down, that working his way through a bedding area. And we heard a grunt, a distinct grunt, back into the bedding area. That's probably been an hour and a half ago. I did do a little bit of blind grunting. I'll probably do a little bit more here shortly. I love this time of the year because you can be aggressive with your calling. It's funny because just the other night on the podcast I mentioned that from here on out you need to have the rattling antlers in the tree with you. And then fast forward to today and I forgot my rattling antlers, so not ideal. But that's okay. I'm not sure how well this spot sets up for rattling anyway, because it is potential that the deer could get downwind of us from how this is setting up. So it's not a spot that I would tend to do a lot of rattling. So we're going to hunker down for a little bit and maybe do a little bit more blind grunting, and hopefully we can get something stirred up. It's right at 10:45 right now, and there's never an easy time this time of the year to pull the plug on a hunt, because it just feels like it could come to life at any point in time. I mean, just 10 minutes ago, I said to Ty, hey, we're going to give it another 10 minutes, and a doe popped out of nowhere. We're right on the edge of this bedding area, and typically when I sit here, or I've sat here in the past, you can see a lot of deer just transversing through the area quite a bit. We haven't really seen a lot of that this morning. I'm not sure if it was a completely full moon last night, but man, it was bright. You'll get that midday activity during a full moon because they have a lot of nocturnal activity. But it's been pretty slow for quite a while. So I think we're going to go ahead and pack it in and try to make a plan. It was a good hunt. It was fun. I mean, anytime we see the number of deer we did, and several of them were in bow range or close to bow range, so the best hunts are still in front of us for sure.